Good morning, folks. Welcome back. See, Dollar's already waiting for us. It's cool to see you here. So we're going to start with another outfit for this bug character, so we can have a different one of them. More of an outside outfit, I think, this time. And then we'll try to get us into a street scene. And I got a little bit of an idea for that. We'll see how far we get. This guy's interesting because these spikes along the back make basically regular human clothes really hard to put on them. So we could try something else, but essentially we can either go this way, like with straps along both sides, or we have to cut holes out for the spines. One of the two, possibly both. I'm not sure what our best way is, to be honest. The other thing that makes it interesting is that this model is not actually one model. If we go look at it, you can see that there are components to it. So it's interesting. Should be fine though. I want to try, I think first, let's duplicate him and move to a new collection outfit just to make sure we have it there. And I'm going to edit him. We'll get rid of the neck piece that we made for him. Come on, was there double? There we go, gone. Alrighty. And I think the next thing I'm going to do is get rid of the head, just to make my life easier. Cube. Okay. Didn't do fast. Okay, well, let's try. And I know it's not manifold, but let's try exact. And quiet. Okay, that's not. Oh, do I have unrig still turned on? Okay, am I on the wrong one? I was. That was my problem. Oh well, I see what I did. We're gonna do it here, yeah. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but let's just remove it from here. Hide him. Great. Now, this. There we go. Now we're cutting off the head. Cool. And apply all. Cool. And I think we'll leave the body together as one part now. Let's try. We're just going to simplify it. Let's grab this and try a weld. I mean, I'm sure where weld is. Weld. There we go. So weld is kind of like a doing it. Yeah, there we go. That's weld. Should make it one piece, although maybe not still, but let's try it. That's very, very low poly, but should be fine for what we're doing. That's just 3.01. Maybe a bit more. No, I'm going to go with 0.2, actually. Take it down low. Because we're going to use it just as a source. Now, let's see. Oh, good. Whole thing is one. Cool. Now, let's remesh it for, let's say, I don't know, 20,000? Which is like more than twice what it is now. Mirroring it, remesh. Cool. Tab. Looks pretty good. And it's given us, obviously, we're losing some stuff, and that's fine. Let's just delete the things we're losing. But that is a very, very simplified bust form, effectively, of our character. And maybe we can sculpt on and model from this easier than we can this. So that's where it would be like originally. Yeah. Cool. Let's see. Can we? I feel like what I want to do is to cut out these spines. Let's see, does this one go? This one goes good. Yes. Hide. Cool. Hide. Cool. Both of those worked well. That one looks good. Hide. Hide. Yay. Go the other direction. Hide. Cool. Hide. And this one's a little bit worse. We can do that. Do plus. We'll do it this way. And then hide that way. It's not quite smooth, but you know what? We'll live. Oh, I got one here too. When did that happen? Undo. Oh, all right, fine. We just had a hole to fix the hole. And here, I'm going to try this, the same kind of thing. Plus, 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 minus. Just hide that. Okay. L. Okay. So again, just kind of smoothing down these forms. And I'm going to try fill that, cool. Fill that, cool. Come on. Fill that. Fill that. We're just kind of getting ourselves something we can use, I hope. Fill that. No. No. Don't select weird things. Fill that. There we go. And then these. Fill. I don't know why they had a blank hole, but whatever. Fill them. And then this down here, this last tail piece. Fill. I'll hide. Now undo. Okay. Select that. And I'm just going to separate off to a different selection. There we go. So I'm not going to delete the spikes, but now we have them separate. And the spikes are that. Let's just turn them all the way off. Okay. All this to get us something we can use. Hopefully. Okay. So that should make a much easier shirt on top. Let's try it and see if it does. I'm going to save too. So I upgraded Divine Cut this morning. I have not used the new version at all. So that sounds like a fun thing to do, right? Let's just character here, new cloth. Didn't even tell us what type. Anyway, okay, that's fine. Pelvis, neck, chin, good. Nipple, good. Shoulder, elbow, wrist. And what's our next step? Generate. Cool. Yeah. Next circle. There we go. Like that. Shoulder, shrink it down. I don't know. Let's see what we get. Bicep. We're just going to make it a wrist thing all the way. Okay, something like that. And generate. Cool. Play. That'll give us a shirt. And if we look, those spike out through, if we're okay with that. Just to see what it looks like on the guy, it would be like that. And then we'd have to deal with the spikes coming through. But we could and can. So, all right. Let's keep going with this thing then. See what we can find. Again, all new. So it's a little different from how it was before, and that's fine. Oh, I see. I see. That's nice. Puffer jacket. Ooh, okay, that's weird. Maybe we go back. Yeah. Cool. Generate top. And puffer jacket. No. Why do you want me to switch? Interesting. Well, I mean, I don't care too much. We just do it ourselves. Let's see. Until I figure out how he's got it set up. We can use it as a shirt to start with. And let's see. Add a collar? No. Add a hoodie? Probably not. Seams? Let's see if we can toggle the seams off. No. Toggle seams. No. I have screwed it up. Activities. Oh, no, I don't care about that. Go away. We could bind it. We could do whatever. But you know what? It might be okay just to kind of go with as a shirt to start with. Keep it going that way. I might even just stay pretty straightforward this time. Apply all. Turn off outfit. Turn on unrigged. And there's our character. Because we are going to need to tweak it to make the spikes come through look intentional, or at least something. Okay. This is now just straight stock cloth, or mesh rather, so we can sculpt it. And we can pull it out. Cool. I'm going to turn off mirroring just because it doesn't look like it's mirrored anyway. It's better. Okay, that's better. That's up. Let's smooth this down. We're going to go below that top spike, I think. Oh, I see. Maybe we can't smooth it. Well, we can smooth it down, but it separated seams. I hate that. I'm going to weld it. And that's going to get rid of those seams for me. Because it's annoying me. Sculpt mode. Now we should be able to... Yeah, there we go. That's better. Whee! No one typically cares very much about the back of these models anyway. So it's kind of like, you know, why are we really stressing? But we're going to. Okay. And I'm going to turn off the guy underneath it. That would be retopo group 1, right? Yeah, gone. Okay. So there's our shirt. All right, we need to fix that. Just was way easier than trying to model this on the base guy. That would have been a nightmare. It's still not perfect, obviously, because, you know, whatever. But it would be good enough for a character standing outside in the dark, which is where we're going to go with. But let's do some fun just a bit here. I want to see... Let's see. Where's a... grommet? Kind of what do they call them? I don't remember exactly. But this will work. This isn't what it is, but this will work. Oh, out of sculpt mode. Okay. And we're gonna that way. Create something that looks like it was made to be a hole for this spike to come out of. Again, we don't have to stress too much about it, but just to give it some kind of a vibe for that, that works. And we can mirror it along this guy. And doesn't apply exactly, so we're just going to use it to place it basically, and then we'll apply the mirror. And come in here and grab this one. Now, and rotate it into where we want it to be. Let's go to local. Doesn't really matter. Again, kind of just good enough. It says, yes, there's something there. It also gives a nice sort of visual cue as well. Now, not sure if what I want to do with his back spikes. Do we want to just let them hang? Oh, we need to fix this too. We could just let it hang like that if we wanted to. I think we'll deal with that later. I've got an idea, but I'm going to leave it alone for right now. I like the shirt. We'll go with that. And then we're just going to take this and join them together. Should be okay. Yeah, it looks all right. Take a look. Okay, yeah. He's got a shirt. World's most basic shirt, but still, you know. Let's get rid of the shirt. Let's see what pants are like on this one. For this one, I think we can use just the base mesh, because new cloth is going to be trousers. Character object is that guy. New cloth. Yep, cool. Pelvis is there. I think it wants the center, right? Yeah. Hip here. Knee here. Ankle here. Generate the trouser rig. Cool. That gives us everything we need. Yep. Thigh needs to be a bit bigger and a little over. Waist needs to be a bit smaller, I think, or it can be a bit smaller. Now let's take it up high. So with a wasp waist this much, pun intended being that they're a bug, should probably have it like that. Let's rotate it slightly. So again, the bottom one's going to be underneath, but that should be okay. Knee. Let's just scale it in a little bit and over more like that. Cool. And the ankle, let's flare it out a bit. Generate trouser rig. Okay. I'm going to turn off the t-shirt just while we're looking at it. And play. I don't like that they're touching each other like that. Let's rewind. And paint, shrink wrap, Yeah, I was afraid of that. They are touching. We are touching! Okay. That's cool, though. Object mode. We can deal. First off, let's turn off the mirror. And edit. Okay. Cool. And then grab this. This, and this. GX. More. Turn back on our mirror. Shrink wrap. Offset. 1. No, it's not really making any difference. Unless it's this other one. No, not really. Okay. Again. Let's grab these. Take care, dollar. Have a good one. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Cool. So we just need to move that top one there. No, not that one. One right below it. Cool. That's better. There we go. There we go. Pants. Better. We can just kind of fix these too. Cool. Just enough to keep it kind of off the grid. And I'm going to let it spike through his tail there. We can deal with that later if we want to. And looks like that's another. We still got a little bit of a. Okay. Let's see what happens when we run the sim. They are not complicated pants, obviously, but still probably faster than just trying to use something else. This is just good for getting kind of our base, whatever we want on him. And if we turn his shirt back on, obviously we need to do some sculpting out, but that's acceptable. I can live with that. Okay. Yeah, let's just use these pants. Again, not going to spend a lot of time on them. Apply all. Done. Back to our shirt. Sculpt mode. Now we can just sort of tweak this out a bit more. And good. And we can even bring this in a little bit just to kind of make it a little more form-fitting. Not quite just a sack shirt. Yeah, that looks all right. We could introduce more wrinkles if we wanted to, but let's see what it's going to do for us. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. Go and inflate, pinch. Yeah, drag cloth. Let's see. Presumably it's got a zipper, right? That's kind of what I was thinking. Because, yes. Otherwise, that's going to be a little bit interesting. I guess it's okay. I'm not going to mess with it too much. I don't feel like wasting time. It's probably not wasting time, but again, this is not a hero asset. This is just a character to put in our street scene that has clothes on. So, okay. I do like the rings, though. I think they worked out well. Object mode. Now, I don't remember how he does his stuff, but I don't think I care. I think how I'm going to do it is, let's see, 1. Okay, yeah. And, yep, plus, 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 plus. Cool. And then there we go. That's how he puts his shirt on. Right? Right. Stupid simple. But no need to go more complicated than that unless we really want to. We could put some buttons and shit on there too, possibly. But again, not super worried about it. I want to give him some shoes. I was debating a cloak, but I don't know. I still haven't 100% decided. He has to have closed-toed shoes because his feet are not well defined. I'd need a little more details than that. Chances are you haven't applied the material, but I don't know. Let's see. I mean, we can actually just reuse kind of the same shoes as last time. Let's see. I'm looking for shoes off screen, I'm sorry. But, let's just do a simple boot, yeah. Object mode, right? Did I add it? Where'd my boot go? There it is. Okay. Good deal. What's up with my boot? Undo. There we go. Okay, that's a very simple boot, so we can give it back a one. One's probably enough. Cool. I have no idea then, Yasao. I'd need a lot more detail than you've given me to figure that one out. Let's scale it up a bit. Object, set origin to geometry. There we go. There's kind of a number of things that could be, you know. All right. I think I'm going to move him. Well, I can move the boot too. Let's move the boot. I was debating what I want us to do. Let's just apply our subdivision and sculpt and try dragging our boot over a little bit. There we go. Thanks, Unquiet. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't really problem solve a whole lot and still do this right now. But there we go. And I guess we'll just pull it down below his foot too. I guess the other option is we'll move his foot. And yeah. Another one with my boot. Okay. And do I care? It's probably all right. Just debating whether I wanted to deal with the, again, welding or not. That looks okay, though. Let's just see if we can get it kind of nice and over. There we go. He's got a boot on. Let's mirror it on him and apply the mirror. Cool. Nice. That's working for me. Could put rings all up along the backside of that, and we probably should, but I don't think we're going to. We might do a cloak after we pose him, just because cloaks don't do well with rigging often. Let's see. We're doing good. Time? Cool. Materials. I'm going to say... What's he got? Does he have any materials now? He's got trousers of that color. Let's just see what it looks like in color. What do these default materials look like? Okay. It's not actually an awful color. Let's make it a little darker. Maybe just keep this simple. Base color here. I don't hate. I do like it kind of darker though. Let's keep it in the reds. Same color as him. That looks cool. Show enough. And our gold is fine. I'm not going to even mess with it right now. Our boots. New. Black. Shiny. We're not going to spend a lot of time on it. Just dark and roughness. Down. Might be too rough. There we go. It's fine for looking at the feet. I kind of have no idea what you mean by node wrangler. That's not really making any sense to me. Node wrangler has nothing to do with rendering or not rendering. So that makes it tough for me to understand what you're saying. You go into the shader editor, and you've got it connected from here to the output. That's all I could guess, but that's the only thing that has anything to do with Node Wrangler, so that's kind of why I'm guessing that. But yeah, I don't know. Let's do a different material. Let's do shading, append materials, and go with our flow cloth, right? Yeah, that's better. We'll do our flow cloth on these two, both these two. We tried it, but cloth. But that's going to need to be a new one because I don't want it to be the same color. Shading. And let's make it darker. Cool. Alrighty. We're going to go with them. We don't need any of these, so just delete these now. Make sure we're okay. And select all. And I think we're going to join them together. Well, move all to unrigged again since it's the new one. Okay. And file, export, OBJ, selection only, bug humanoid 2. Yes. Oh, you mean shaded mode, viewport shading. Are you in Eevee or are you in Cycles? If you're in Eevee, transparency can be all kinds of weird. Like, again, it's just hard to tell what problem you're having based on how you're describing it. But sounds to me, if you're just trying to look at it in the view, and that perhaps you're using Eevee and you haven't got transparency set up properly. If you're trying by plastic, you mean like see-through. Again, hard to tell from what you're saying. Okay, choose a file. Bug humanoid 2. Going over to AccuRig just to get this guy rigged properly. I grab it? Open. Hello? Oh, unless it's... No, should be. Where are you at? You're going to drag to here. Why are you not loading? That's bizarre. Okay, I've never seen that happen before. Well, let's just try then joining it together. File, export, OBJ, selection only. Yes, export. Okay, so now it's one object. Should be fine. I'm just going to exit it and come back in just to close AccuRig, just in case there's a weirdness with it. Okay, let's try loading the other one, because that one worked yesterday. Let's see if that's going to work. No, there. No, cancel. What are you doing? So yesterday's wants to open. Okay. That was yesterday's. But today, let's see, does not want to open. That's a strange one. All right, well, let's look and see what's different in the Blender file then. Always good. It does have more triangles. Okay. So let's edit, undo history. Go back to just move to collection. Okay. Boots. Let's see. Modifier, decimate. It's only 7,000, right? But okay, fine. 0.99. Apply all. Pants, do the same thing. Okay, is it just him? Is he high? Let's decimate him, see. Something's giving us high triangles. He's still under. What is causing the weirdness? Let's see. Go to that. Oh. Go on to cameras, you stupid. Thank you. Okay. You know what? Let's just join them all together. And we'll do it here. Decimate 0.99. That's under faces. Should be all right. Apply all. File. Export or save first. File. Export. OBJ. Like you had two. I'm just going to go A to make sure it's different. Selection only. Yep. Morning, Michael. Let's see. Choose a file. Bug Humanoid 2A. It doesn't even look like it's trying to load the character. What the fuck? All right, one more thing we could try. Export FBX. Humanoid 2A FBX. Selected objects. Okay. And choose a file. Open. Now it's working. Don't guess I care as long as it loads. Of course, we'll see if it's loading. Says it's loading. I don't know what's going on with it. It's not that high a poly thing. We've done higher before. This new version of AccuRig sucks. Yeah. Hello? McFly? I'm going to just turn off this and import FBX. Just make sure we can bring it back in here. Yeah, there it is. Nothing weird about it. Meetings. I mean, we can deal with it later if we have to, but this does not look like it's coming in. AccuRig. End task. Gone. Gotta love it. Let's try one more time. And then we'll just move to our environment, and I'll deal with the character stuff later. It's not that big a deal. Let's try this one first. Crashed. Interesting. All right, let's just look at this model then here. Face orientation. Yeah, looks good. What if we take this one, export as an OBJ to B? So we'll export from we'll redo it from the FBX basically. Choose file to B, open. Yeah, that's true plus. But, well, actually, it's not even true. It's not entirely true. It's helpful. It's one of those things that you say until you have to do it or try to do it. But right now, I'm just going to get AccuRig to load the character, and it doesn't want to do it. Believe me, I've done plenty of walking characters with shit topology. It's certainly possible. We got to 70 again. Yeah, I don't know. Screw it. In a word, maybe screw it for right now. Let's go open up a new Blender. We'll worry about it in a bit. In my opinion, as a concept artist, good topology is highly overrated. People talk about, honestly, people who don't know what it means to not have good topology or not know what it means to use it say, you got to have good topology. And they just kind of heard it from somebody else who heard it from somebody else. There are definitely times when you need good topology. That is absolutely true. But mostly, no. Let's grab this one. All right. So, what do we got here? Oh, that's the other ones, right? Okay. I might just reuse this platform just because it's going to be easier to do, and they all kind of look the same as far as we're concerned. Let's open a new Blender so we can just copy it across instead of deleting. And we'll just grab our ground. No reason not to just reuse the same ground. And we'll just put it in the center then. Object, 3D cursor. Okay. There we go. There's our ground. And I think that will be fine for anything I want to use it for. And I think the first thing we'll do, let's just RZ90, because I like to look at things vertically like this. It will make my life easier. Yep. Shift A, mesh, plane, and we want to make it 2 meters or 4 meters. Let's stick to 2 meters. And here, EX2. So that's a 4 meter. Partially to show people and partially because I forget about it sometimes. And let's see. And I guess you could use these. I don't like, honestly, because I don't like pie menus, just personally. It's just not how I think. But it's not a bad way to do it. Sometimes I'm not trying to be faster. It's like it gives me a chance to think. Cool. I'm into that. Just go a bit further. And then take the whole thing back a little bit. Cool. Yeah, and then let's take this to there, and to there. I'm just going to build a little bit of a road structure, I think. I might even help make a square here. Might make it better. Or we could do it here. Yeah, let's do it here. So we're going to take these for there. And then we'll make another wide road here. And there. And bridge edge libs. And cuts. I don't care if it's exact. That looks pretty close though. Cool. I don't even think I'm going to bother with the other side right now anyway. And let's take it down a little bit to like there. Do I want it to... Actually, this could be fun this time. Let's see. I'm going to give it a new file. 25OH26-1 live stream FC. I don't know what we're going to call it. Square. Sure. It's not really a square, but we'll call it that for right now. Let's see what happens if we were to shrink wrap it. Oh yeah, when you're just learning, absolutely, that's usually, you know, for sure. Snap mode, yeah, that's fine. Wrap method near a service, or just project. Which one? No, I guess near a service is fine. Cool. And apply all. And then now if we SZ, we can flatten it. Well, kind of I'll bring it back so it's more flat, but still follows a little bit. I think we'll try that. Okay. Yeah, I guess we got a little higher. To there. Cool. Now let's come back. Did it ever finish? No, it just died. Fucker. Let's grab our platform here. And it's not that big a deal. It's not that big. Turn off the ground for base so we can copy it without it bringing everything across. Paste it over here. That has been my experience, Michael, as well. There's nothing wrong with good topology. I love good topology, but you need to know why and what it means for the purposes of what you're doing. If you don't, you're just kind of parroting what you've heard. Or you're wasting a lot of time. Did I go the wrong way? I did go the wrong way. Reverse. Yeah, or you're wasting a lot of time. Like if you don't need something, why are you doing it? All right, yeah. Delete. And this object, we can now come back to base. And this needs to be in ground now too. Ground. Cool. That's working for me. I don't know why it wants to fill in that space all the time now. It's kind of annoying, but whatever. It's just AM distance. Okay, there's nothing duplicating it there. We can just, if we just get rid of this face, then it won't fill it. I don't know why that's the case, but hey, why it wants to autofill it. But that's fine. We won't this time. I'm into that. I'm into like the little bit of roughness that added to our road system. Now, to that, this, not that, this. We might change it around a little bit, but let's just do it to start with. Cool. Easy one. We come back, and that brings us back to our wall. And I like it. And I like that it's kind of rough in play. Like, not rough, but it's changing in size a little bit. Height, not size. Height. That's feeling neat to me. Now, I want to try something else here. Just a little bit. Tab. I'm just going to take 3, Shift-D, GZ4. I said 0, flatten it down. Cool. This one I do want it to be flat. And 2, EX2. Couple. And EX minus 2. Couple. And now what we'll need to do is, now that is going to have to be a new material. There's our base material for nothing, just to give it something. And balcony. Assign. And come back. Create. It is working. Cool. And then 2 EZ1. We have our wall going across. Great. I'm appreciating that, I believe. Now, tab, and here, EX2, and this is going to go back to being base. And then EY2. EX2. And that should give us a platform, yes. Cool. I'm into that. Let's do the same thing over here too. EX minus 2. assign to that one. And can go either way, but EX minus 2. And this time I think actually I'm going to go both ways. EY minus 2. Cool. And EY2. Great. Platform. And we're going to give it, or actually we'll do that here too. EY minus 2. Great. And at least these ones, we'll see what else we do with them, but EZ1 AM distance, cool. Great. So we kind of have a bridge going across over there that I like. I feel like that's fun. I kind of want to make this feel a little bit tighter maybe than the last couple we did. I need something big on this side too. If it goes off the edge of our platform, not worried about it. So our structures. We want to grab our structures from last time. Is that our house structure? Yeah, that's our house structures. And we could just kind of reuse them. Maybe we will. Tab. Got those. Cool. P, separate by section. Cool. I want to grab that, copy objects, and paste it. And just about perfect. I might do it over here. It's perfect on this side. Let's reverse it. So, object, geometry. Oh, come on. Set origin to geometry. Yes. 7. SX minus 1. Good. There we go. Oh, that loses us that door, or those lights, which I did like. So maybe we won't do that. Let's undo that. Keep the doors right. Take that to here. And we'll just bring it back a little bit. Something like that. That could be all right. I'm into that. And then this guy, if we're going to do the same thing, we need to take off this last level, which we can do. Take that. D. This one we will. Mirror. And bring it over. Oh, did I miss one? Well, actually, that could be neat hanging out. Let's do that. That's kind of fun. Let's EY2. We'll make that a balcony. Cool. So it hangs out over that house. Just gives it a bit more depth then. Take these ones back just a little further. Cool. Nice. Let's see. And over here, what if we take, I'm just going to take this again, EY minus 2. Cool. EY minus 2. Actually, let's do it this way. V, cut those. GZ4, SZ0, flatten them down. Cool. And if we tab, that should be, yep, gives us a nice wall there. A little bit weird there in the end, but that's fine. That's looking all right. Then we can tab and yeah, they don't line up exact, but that's fine. Actually kind of like that does that. That's gonna be a balcony. From here to here. Great. I like that. Now, I think we want a couple of those funky Greek-looking buildings just to establish our space a little bit better. So let's put some of those up at the top, which means we'll need to grab the other base one here because I don't feel like making new ones. Open, do not save. Above neighborhood, street scene, city. Yeah, we'll go all the way back to city. Then we need to decide how much snow we're going to put in here. We didn't do a lot on the first couple. Then we did a bunch in sort of the last close-up scene. We don't need to do a bunch, but we could. All right, so which building do we like? I think we want this one. I'm not doing good scene maintenance today, but whatever. That does seem like it's about right. Oh, that's cool looking. Not sure I like that light there, but we can just adjust that too. Scatter on walls, scatter on platform, scatter on perimeter, seed. There we go. At least for right now. That works for me. Now we could have that wall. We probably should to stay internally consistent, have a wall here. I guess we'll try and see. Yeah, that wall's fine. It doesn't hurt anything. Nice. If we just look now, see where we're at. That's not even necessarily true either, plus. What really happens is you need to know where your bend points are, and if you want it to be a straight seam across, and how close you're going to look at it in the model. If you're making a character, and you're only going to see them from, I don't know, 50 feet away in the scene, then it is kind of doesn't make any damn difference at all. If you're making a hero character for a video game and you want to watch it bend properly, then you need to make sure that there are seams wherever a bend point is. It's not about being subdivided. It's just about having a seam so that it can bend there. And that's really kind of what Michael and I are saying about retopologizing is there's not a right way. There's not even a right reason. There's just a, what are you going to be doing with it? And that's the point. And if you don't know, don't bother retopologizing because it's kind of a pain in the ass. And if you do know, then you do it. Like, I've retopologized quite a bit when I was making cars, simply because it made it easier to get the curve right. But I also try to avoid it if I'm not. Okay, I just wanted that balcony going across, which means we're going to take those houses down a little bit, but that's fine. Exactly. The goal is the important part. Everything else is just, if you start thinking you know the way to do it before you know what you're doing, you're just dogmatically following something you've heard without understanding. And I am too lazy for that. I would much rather not have to take my time doing that. Anyways, oh, that's cool looking. I like that going like that. Let's keep doing that some more. Maybe we'll do that on the other side too. Oh, I edited the wrong thing. Come on, back to this. Edit this. Now let's get rid of this face. 2 and 7. EY2. Cool. Balcony. That's fine. Oh, it already was. Well, that's fine. And 2. There we go. Just keep getting rid of those extra vertices so they don't come back to trip us up later. Nice. And then this house also needs to come down a little bit. Yes. When you know why you are doing something, everything becomes much more obvious, much easier. And honestly, you usually can spend a lot less effort on it than you do before. And as I like to be lazy, I am good with that. Let's take this one too. This is the original weird one, so it's going to be, right? Yeah. Copy objects. Okay. This is actually 2 objects, so we'll have to move it on our own. But that's fine. I'm also sort of just kind of a bit of an obnoxious ass in that as soon as someone tells me this is the way you have to do something, I always ask why, and usually they don't know. Like, if there's a good reason, fuck yeah, I'm all for it. But most of the time when people say, this is how you have to do something, they have absolutely no fucking idea why they're saying that. And I am pretty iconoclastic in that regard. Yeah, we're not going to worry that that intersects because you're not going to see it, I think. Because no one's coming up here. Right. And that needs the balcony. Yeah. Cool. So we have something big to look at over there too. This is near our primary street, but we want something over there that feels grande, and now I think it does. And then I think same vibe. We're going to want something on the other side, and we'll use this narrower one with the double height. I like that. And again, we'll keep it going lengthwise just to kind of give us the most bang for our buck. At least initially. Yeah. Badass. That works for me. Let's actually Alt-D and bring it over here. And RZ180. Now it's a different building. And actually we can get rid of the secondary roof part now. It's definitely a different building. Cool. I'm into that. Yeah, we are at 7 million polys. Okay, that's fine. It's not a problem. And we're not going to stress about what's down here because we're not going to look this direction. So we don't need to worry about how it connects back up. We're just going to be like here. So we can't do a complete 180, and that's fine. Let's take a look. I would try to do it on your, I mean, like both are good, right? But essentially, it all just keeps coming back to what do you want to accomplish? What look do you want to get? And are you getting that with how you're doing it? And I try to do that in the minimum number of steps possible because I am a lazy son of a bitch, you know. I'm not, but I don't like to do work I don't have to. I'm actually not that lazy at all, but I do like to be efficient. Let's put a walkway across here too. Yeah, to this one. EY2, no, -2. I went too far. You know what? Let's not do it that way. Because it's not lining up because our thing is weird, and that's fine. We intentionally made our thing weird, and we like it, but then we have to do it this way. Bridge edge loops instead. We'll cut, I think, 2. Yeah. Oh, no, it's not going to there. That's wrong. Wrong one. Undo. Undo. We're coming to here. This one needs another edge loop, I think. Yes. 3 X face 2. This one to this one. This one. This one. Control E. Bridge edge loops. There we go. 4. That's better. Cool. I just need to make sure that these are all balconies. Oh, and it doesn't want to give us that stupid center thing again. So maybe I don't do it. Maybe we just leave it alone. Fine. We don't do it because I don't feel like dealing with it. The reward is not worth the pain right now. Cool. Take care, Plus. Have a good one. Didn't mean to jump all over you either. Sorry. I get passionate. Cool. That's looking all right. So we'd have the ice crystals down on these houses already. I guess we could try adding it to this thing. That means I'm probably going to need to apply it, aren't I? Do we feel like we're in a good place to apply it? Yeah. I feel like we could be. Let's try it and see. Realize our instances and apply all. Okay. Now, frosty ice assets. Do we go on everything? I liked this one. Oh, it's okay. Sorry. Back to the other guy. Damn it. I don't have a an asset browser set up for this one yet. There we go. I'm going to try this one. I'm kind of pissed off about that character, though. I got to figure out what the fuck is going on with AccuRig. It's done me wrong before, and I've worked through it, but I don't know that it's the same problem. This might not be working. Let's see. Well, said it worked. I don't think it did, though. I'll get rid of it. I don't think it's doing what I want it to do. Let's do it the other way. Actually, undo history. I'm not going to apply all modifiers or realize. I'm going to come back and try it. Try something else instead. I'm going to say 2. Yeah, just like that. That. We don't want to apply this everywhere if we can avoid it because it's expensive. But let's grab those. I think that's what we'd see from up here. Yeah, we can even do those. Okay. Q, curve extract. Now, there's our curve. We're going to call it ice curve. And let's move it to a new channel, a new collection this time. I'll actually try to do it the right way. And solo it. Ice drawing on that. Great. Okay. I want 0 ice. Maybe not 0. This is my problem. I'm going to have to decide how much I want to go. I know we want icicles, which we're getting, and that's cool. This one, unfortunately, doesn't have a way to shrink the diameter of the icicles, which I find annoying. But that's okay, though. We ice the model. It's mostly going on the top. We don't even need to worry about that. We're not going to ice the model. We're just going to icicle the model. More? Sure. And can I apply all here? No, that's right. Object convert to mesh because it's a curve. There we go. So we did apply all effectively. Now if we select that, with all those icicles, tab A, individual origins, S, Shift Z. There we go. Now they're more spiky. I like that a lot better. Icicles hanging off that. Cool. I think that's better for us. Maybe this area gets cleared of snow up there, so it's just hanging underneath because that's where people can't get to. I'm kind of okay with that. Let's do the same thing here. Tab. I'm going to grab to that. Yeah. And Q, curve extract. And then take it and move it to ice. Okay. Then give it that same icicle drawing. Apply that. Cool. 0 ice. Yes to icicle the model. Good with that, actually. And apply all. Oh, sorry. Again, object, convert to mesh. Tab A, S, Shift Z. Shrink them in some. Okay. That'll help us just get that sense of ice that we wanted going across there. We don't have to put it everywhere. As long as we put it a couple places and it's obvious, then we can kind of get away with it. Also cuts our face count down of having to do a crap ton of ice everywhere. We only do it where we need it. Cool. Too far in there. Don't need to go there. I think we do want it on this one as well then, don't we? I don't think I did this face. Nope, I didn't. Ice. Solo again. Cool. Drag it on there again. No ice. No ice. Add icicles to model. Object, convert to mesh. Tab A. Down just a little bit. Or not. No. I think it's fine. It's like I was going to mess with it more, but no, that's fine. There's a few that are inside, but it doesn't matter. We just got a couple ice things sticking out, so we see some ice there, and that's really all we want. Okay. I'm going to set a shot up, I think. Camera. Set our lens up. Let's go to 35 though. Resolution. I just saw what you said earlier, Unquiet. You are correct. Correct. Goal end results can be blocking. I don't necessarily mean a goal end result financially or in the world though, but like, what do you want this scene to look like is the goal. You know, it's not like I want to make a professional thing or I want to this. It's like, is this guy going to walk? Is this guy not going to walk? That kind of thing. But you're absolutely right. Getting too fixated on the end instead of the process from a psychological standpoint is pretty unsustainable. You have to kind of do it as you're doing it. So yes, time and place for each different way of looking at it, I'd say. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be all right. And do I want them hanging off this thing? If I do, I'll have to realize it, won't I? Or not necessarily, actually. Tab. This bad boy tab. Cool. What if we take... this. And we'll take it, we'll even go all the way on this one to there. And now we'll do one at a time. Let's do one face at a time. We're gonna have to move it probably. Cool. Q curve extract. M ice again. Solo it again. Draw on it again. De-ice the model again. Come back in. And it's actually not too bad. Expansion. Let's go in. Then increase our number of, not crystals. Crystals we can have too, but icicles. Punch that up. Decrease expansion again. Cool. Let's see if that'll give us enough. And object convert to mesh. Tab A, S, Shift Z, and in. Great. And then GX. You can get rid of a couple too if there's some egregious ones that are just floating out there. And there are a couple. Let's see, is that good? That might be good enough. Save. Now, can we just take it and Alt-D and bring it over to the other side? We're losing a lot of them, but I don't super care. Well, that's not the same height, is it? Doesn't really look like we can. Okay, fine. Then we'll do it again on the other side too. Not just here to here. It takes a while, right? But, you know, hey, that's fine. Just gonna see if I can add the modifier. Geometry nodes. Ice draw 1, sure. 0. That's actually kind of neat. There's a lot of them there. We take it to like thickness of like 0.00 or 0.01. Does it make a difference if we add another 0? No, it doesn't. All right, we'll go with that. Object, convert to mesh, tab A, S, Shift Z, bring it in. Cool. Save. So that's, we've added ice now. We haven't got snow, but yeah. There could be street sweepers, so that's fine. We could add snow, I guess. I'm liking that. I feel like we need something here. Maybe just like a big window. Let's see. big round. S2, RZ90. That might be good. I think we can go bigger than that, though. Yeah, I lined it up pretty well, didn't I? Okay. That's above our view shot, but I think we're going to do a shot up that way, too. Let's see. Are you thinking, or did I not have the right window? Now you're thinking. Cool. Let's look at the materials for this bad boy. And stone trim and glass dirty. I don't actually mind that stone trim being a different color, but we do need to give it our cool. I always forget what I've called it. Combined cold. Day search combined cold there, and on glass dirty we'll put the same thing in, because why not? Layout. That gives us that ice on it. I like that more. Actually, let's go to lights. You know, I have not been good about keeping things laid out well today. Area. Disk. RX90. Radius. What's our radius on this thing? 4.5. Okay. Size 4.8. Let's see what that gives us. We're going to get a light coming through. Doesn't look like it. Is the glass not actually glass? Or is it back behind this thing? Let's hide that for right now. Oh, we gotta bring that forward a bit more. Oh, that's huge. That's not right. Rotation scale. A scale. 4.8. There we go. That should be right. And GY. Right to the edge of our window, but outside. Okay, there we go. And then turn that back on. Let's see. Now we're getting light through it. Or is the glass not really glass? Could go either way. I don't remember. Yeah, glass is glass. It just wasn't bright enough. Yeah. But I'm not liking it. All right. Well, we tried it. This might try another way later, but for right now, we'll leave it dark. All right. Let's grab our sky. And we're just using Ian's night one, so we'll just grab it again. Outer space. My GPU, 4090. For that. Sun. And we say 2 and 10,000. No need to shout, though. Okay. And let's just grab our fog, bring it over. It doesn't need to be that big. Take it to like there. Down. Cool. I'm thinking it's very dark. We got to bring our light up a bit. Exposure to like 6. That's probably too much. Go to like 8. 7. I got like 7. And our sun, we're pointing straight down now, which is like the most boring and least interesting sun ever. Let's angle it this way. And that's going to cut through. This is going to be dark because of all these other buildings, but let's see how that looks. Let's see. Yeah, we're getting some more, either some more lights or brighter. Let's see. Let me take it to 6. It's not just interesting enough this way. So let's look and see. In general, backlighting is quote unquote better, but since we're kind of looking here, let's see if we can do something like this instead. Where's my fog too? It's there. Okay. Definitely fogging. Maybe our camera's not the best location yet. Let's come back a little bit. That might be cooler. At least to start with. A little tight in before. Yeah. Let's see if that's better for us. Let's focus on that distant building. Take a look. Much better. Yeah, I think we can do something with this. I feel like I want my fog to be a little bit brighter than it is. New collection. Fog. Density 0.1. Oh, well, okay, that's the other problem. It's like, what's going on? But I see the problem now. Clip end 500. There we go. That's better. That's why I was looking weird. Definitely better. Yeah, I'm liking that. And I think maybe we will grab the falling snow. We can make a new one, but let's just grab one from before real quick, and then we'll call it. It was from the other file. Neighborhood, right? Yep. Rather than have to think through what the parameters that I liked are. Snow. Because I actually applied it and rescaled it here. Copy objects. And paste. We're going to move to ice. Cool. There we go. We got snow. A bit of falling snow, a bit of fog. Feeling pretty good about it. Yeah. Feeling pretty good about it. Let's back to 7. Too dark. Something like that. I might tweak our lighting a little bit, but I think it's going to be like micro changes for me afterward. So I think we'll call it an end here. Not bad for what we got done today. Got our environment created like this. And even though I can't figure out exactly why our character is not wanting to rig properly, we'll get it. And I like the way he turned out, so we're going to use him. That will happen. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out again with me, everybody. I appreciate it. And I will be back again tomorrow for another one. In the meantime, have a great rest of your own day. Take care, folks. Bye.